Hello, hello, good evening, good evening. Hi. I know that we scheduled this for 8 o'clock, but it's actually 7 o'clock tonight. And I'm super excited that my guest is here and that you guys are seeing the link and the stream somewhere on social media, Facebook, YouTube, and you are passing on or sharing and commenting about Black Boy Joy conversations and all that we're doing and what we're standing for and all this other stuff. I'm super excited about Black Boy Joy and the conversations show. This is our 10th episode, y'all. Our 10th episode. I know every episode I'm always saying, this is the next one, this is the next, I'm always telling you the story that we only intended to do one, and 10 episodes later, we're going strong. I am truly excited about tonight as always, but tonight has another meeting. I feel like real churchy. I feel like we're going to another level. But each show has been amazing. I'm so grateful for each of the guests that has come on. We've got some comments in here already. Hey, Shay. We've got some amazing content to share with you tonight and moving forward. I'm just so appreciative that you guys have been sharing, liking, and commenting. Like I said again, tonight's going to be really special. We have a recording artist with us, and he sings a song, Black Boy Joy, which means everything to me. So I am really excited about you guys being with us tonight. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about Black Boy Joy Conversations before I bring them on. Black Boy Joy Conversations is all about inspiring healing and wellness and just thinking about the joy that we have. And Black Boy Joy is our strength. And I always tell people that it's not just about the gender, about Black boy or race or whatever. It's just that there's a unique strength in our Black boy and our Black community. And once we connect to that joy, you are a superhero. And so, again, I'm excited about the movement and what's happening. I want to invite you guys to check out our website, blackboyjoyconversations.com. You will be able to find our candles. We have our candle collection just launched immediately after the second or third episode, I believe, launched the candles. And thank you guys for your support. We're going to have some more fragrances to come out really soon. Well, I don't want to just keep talking and filling this up. I'm excited to have my guest with me. He is, like I said again, a recording artist. He is in New York City. And so that means he's definitely talented. And I'm glad that he's going to be sharing his gift with us tonight. His name is Rob LaRay. Welcome, Rob.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Welcome. I'm super glad you're here. How are you tonight?
Ryan, I'm so glad to be here. I'm doing okay. I'm having a good day. Thank you for having me.
Good. Awesome. Listen, I'm loving your tribal band, your tribal shirt. Shout out to Black Boy Joy Tribe, all of our new members and those that have joined our Facebook group, Black Boy Joy Tribe. We'll have some special content and definitely be sharing some content and making sure that people have the link to get your CD, your album. Yeah. Amazing, phenomenal. Thank you for your gift of Black Boy Joy.
Absolutely.
I'm just thrilled to learn all about you. And this is our first time meeting, y'all. So those that are watching, this is our first time meeting. A year ago, the idea to me about Black Boy Joy came, and I saw the hashtag, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, for me, Black Boy Joy is my strength, it's my resilience, it's my vulnerability, it's my happiness, it is truly my strength. And so, going through a couple of life circumstances and finding some darkness, and my joy was my light, and so. That's why I feel like it's important that we connect to it and find ourselves, especially in the time that we're in now, reflecting on our joy, because there is so much happening that we can be caught up in the drama and the hoopla and everything else and forget about the joy. And it's something that you have to be intentional about. And so saw the hashtags Black Boy Joy, and so Black Boy Joy Conversation came up. And then after our first show, we had Ben Carlton came on, And part of my thing with Black Boy Joy, I wanted to share the candles um, with all of my guests, and then Ben got one. Ben posted his candle and he tagged your song Black Boy Joy. And I screamed like, there's another artist, and he'll be with us really soon too. Orlando Dixon. He sings a Black Boy Joy song, but it was a hook that you had in there with the candle. I just screamed. I was like, oh my God, I love this song. And so love his song too. But your song just was Black Boy Joy, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. And so connected with you. You're here tonight. So what does Black Boy Joy mean to you?
Absolutely. First of all, I think it's so cool that you heard the track over a year ago. Thank you so much for your support. So listen, Blackboard Joy for me, what it means is almost it's a feeling. It's intentionality. It's pushing through. It's choosing to smile. It's choosing to shine. It's choosing to be a light in a world that is really giving you every reason not to, giving you
Mhm.
every reason not to smile, giving you every reason not to be happy, not to be a light. And so, what Blackboard Joy is me, it's a choice. It's choosing to shine so that everybody can see it in spite of what I'm going through. And I should also just make it clear, like I'm a Christian, I love the Lord, and so I know that this joy that I have, the world didn't give us this joy, and the world can't take it away. So I make a choice every single day to shine.
Nice, nice. And you said something. It's something significant you said about it being intentional.
Right.
That we both stated. You can find anything to be depressed and sad about. Depression is
It's so many things.
it's so easy and accessible. Um,
Sure.
but to be intently happy and to find joy is something, and it's a journey. And so how does your Black Boy Joy show up? I know you talked about it being alive and it's intentional, but how does yours show up?
Absolutely. I think for me, it shows up in the form, obviously, through the music, but just also through my personality. Um, like I said earlier, there's a lot of stimuli, I guess, a lot of things around that can make us depressed, like you said, or to make us anxious, or honestly, to make us upset. We're losing Black brothers every single day, and so I could really put my focus on that and walk around angry every single day, but I choose to smile even when I'm not having the best day, because my smile can make somebody else feel better. And so that's really how I try to walk in my Blackboard joy every day.
Awesome, awesome. That's amazing. You know, how do you how do you navigate through what we're going through today? And I don't say going through, but our current society with
We're going
racism,
through it.
you know, not knowing if you're going to get a call about somebody losing their life or you're going to lose your life. How do
Mm.
you navigate your joy through this?
I love that. I love that you just said that, because that's real. Because honestly, we don't know if we'll be the next Black brother to be murdered or not. And so, like I said earlier, I make the choice to live in the moment, to live in today. I grew up honestly, and I had a different mentality. Like my sister used to always be the type. She's living for today, like can't think about tomorrow. YOLO, you only live once. But as a responsible person, in my mind, I'm just like, no, we got to save a little bit for tomorrow. We got to prepare for the
Mhm.
future. But in this climate, I think it's so significant that we do live in a moment. I just recently had a birthday, and typically I don't celebrate birthdays, but I was intentional this year about celebrating because tomorrow isn't promised. Now, that does not mean that I live my life in fear. It just means that I'm intentional about celebrating every moment that I get on earth.
Wow, that's powerful. Happy belated birthday, actually, because it was was it last week I noticed on your
It's about two
social.
weeks ago. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Um, Living in the moment and
Yeah.
in those moments, man, it's tough because um, I was just talking to some of our tribe members. I don't know if they're watching Quintarius and Tierra. We were talking earlier just about joy and healing and the journey to joy. And
Mm,
there
mm,
are times where, first of all, I think joy is a journey. I know
it
that
is.
it's a, for me, it's more than an emotion; it's a state of being. And on this journey to joy, um, there comes a lot of crooks, hooks, uh,
Mm,
dips, turns, hookers, everything else you can
sure.
think of in this journey to joy. And it's so easy to get sucked in
Yeah, for
to
sure.
what appears like joy and so forth, and or this is giving you joy for a moment, but that's really a fleeting feeling. You have a song on your album Black Gold, what we're talking
Yeah,
about. I'm not sure. I definitely want to talk about your other albums, but Black Gold is the one that I have that was on repeat.
sure. Thank
um,
you.
uh, the second song on there, I love it. It's called "Doing My Thing." Uh,
Yeah, doing my thing.
where it is talking about living in the moment, and
Hmm.
it's a bad day, but I'm going to just do my thing. I'm going to chill
I'm
out and
I'm gonna just do my thing, right? Because like I said, tomorrow isn't promised. And actually, if we get caught up in worry, we get caught up in anxiety and stress, that's not gonna add one single second, one single minute to our day. It's just not. And so we're actually allowing that time to just pass us by. And so you know, let's be cool about it. Let's relax. Let's take a deep breath. Let's focus on all of the great things that are happening in our lives. We may not have everything, but we have breath, and so I think that's enough to be grateful for. And I love what you said earlier about joy not being an emotion, and that's a real statement because we know that emotions come and go. They're very temporary. Joy is in fact a journey. It's something that you got to work towards. It's something you have to um, you know progress to get there. So I love that you said that, and I agree.
it's to me like a feeling, and when I say feeling, you gotta feel it. Some
Hmm.
feelings, they come, they go, they're fleeting, and emotions, but joy, when I say you gotta feel it, you gotta feel that thing. You gotta like reach
You
out and
have to,
connect
yeah,
with joy.
you
You
have to
gotta
feel it,
connect.
bro, and you have to fight for it. You have to
Yeah,
fight to
yeah,
keep joy.
yeah. What was the moment of Black Boy Joy for you that
Mm.
you can identify with?
Absolutely, yeah. So I was raised in a single parent home down in Eastern North Carolina, me and my older sister. And so, there were times where we did not have many resources. There were times where I wasn't performing well in school because of some of the things that I was experiencing back at my home. My mom was also a victim of domestic violence. And so there was a lot thrown at me at a very young age. And so, to answer your question, the moment that I realized that, what, I have something inside of me and it's black boy joy and I'm going to let the world show it, was when I graduated high school. I graduated undergrad and then I went on to get my master's from Howard University. And in that moment, I felt like, man, like things are not like they used to be. Like I'm making it. And I choose to be happy in this space. I could still obviously think about some of the negative things that have happened and maybe currently still happening, but I choose to celebrate
Mm,
the joy that I have. I choose to celebrate myself. And that's what Black Joy is. Giving yourself permission to celebrate yourself, giving yourself permission to celebrate your brother. Like Ryan, I celebrate you for creating this amazing podcast and this platform. Is giving ourselves permission to celebrate ourselves, period.
wow, that's amazing because that's a strength. Is when we give ourselves permission, we take, you know, I like to say this, there's a place in my life where I feel like I lost my joy and I lost my Black Boy Joy. I
Absolutely.
feel like, now that I've regained it, I realize no one else can take that away from me. It,
Nobody, nobody.
it it's and how you just said it. It gives it's our permission that we give ourselves,
Yeah,
and sometimes, we have to remind ourselves in, today's climate and our society and being a black male, period. Being
it's
black,
hard.
you know,
Yep.
you know, you gotta sometimes you just gotta give yourself permission and that permission to feel joy because that is our strength. When I think about um, uh, as you talked about growing up and life and journey and things like that, um, I think about I too when it's a point where you remember when you were a child and you had this joy. It was
Right?
amazing joy to be outside playing with the lightning bugs. You didn't
Yeah.
think about rent and everything else. Those
There were no care in the world. We were
Yeah,
carefree, just living our life, being adventurous, being silly, being crazy, having fun.
yeah.
And I like to think that we still have the choice to experience that now. So it's going to look different because now we're way more aware of, like you said, the climate and the culture that we live in. And we have more responsibilities as an adult. But we still have the ability to get back to that place. We just have to allow ourselves to get there.
And going back into what you said with the permission piece is that, at that age you didn't feel a need to have permission to be happy. You just was happy.
You just were. You
You
just
just
were.
was in your joy, and so and that's why Black Boy Joy means what it means to me, and connecting, to that boy joy that I had,
Yeah.
that centered joy, that boy joy, come
I
hell
love
or high
that.
rent, come whatever that comes my way, I can center myself and find that boy joy, that remind
Absolutely.
that laughter, that, like you said earlier, there's not a care in the world, that I'm getting ready to
Yep.
chase a lightning bug, and so,
Absolutely.
and I think that that's, a special place that, with life's traumas, there's so many traumas, there's so many, like we talked about, climates, whatever word you want to use, trauma, climate, uh, whatever, however you want to frame it.
Sure.
But the joy, to find that state of being, to just say, you know
Yeah.
what, choose joy. And so, I'm really excited about that. How do you, so when you talk about, that was when you got your Black Boy Joy moment, when did the words to this song come out?
Yeah, that's great. I think I don't know if you remember, but after we lost Trayvon Martin in 2013.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we lost Trayvon Martin in 2013. So there was almost a rally of people of color, Black people specifically, getting together and really learning to love ourselves. Because here's the thing. The world may not necessarily love us. The world won't show us that attention that we need. The world won't show us that nurturing that we need. However, if we choose to celebrate ourselves, like I said earlier, then it just does something to the spirit, the Black spirit as a whole. And so it was around that time that I began to just really think about Black Boy Joy. And I think I wrote the song maybe in 2016.
Wow, wow. So the idea was in 13 potentially, and then,
Yeah,
um,
it was just forming over time, over time, over time. And then I just realized, because also in 2016, we lost a lot of other brothers like Philando
yeah,
Castile and Alton Sterling.
yep.
Yes, that's his name. There's so many different brothers. And I was just like, you know what? We got to celebrate ourselves because the world just isn't.
And that's all it is, taking the time out to celebrate all the goodness about myself, all the, the goodness and even the badness about myself, all
Even the
of
bad.
scars, my wounds, my all of the things that make me to be me. I gotta stop and for a second celebrate, because
Absolutely.
if not, you become just like the world and you're just beating yourself. You got the world beating you down, then you're beating yourself down.
Hmm.
You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And another thing that I love about Black Boy Joy is that it's not individual. This is a
Mhm.
collective thing. And so, like I said earlier, I love it because what this hashtag has essentially done has allowed us to also celebrate other brothers.
Yep,
And that's what this song really was created for, to allow us to celebrate ourselves, but also each other. Because
absolutely.
nothing is more, I don't know, disheartening to see a brother and we're walking opposite of each other, and we don't acknowledge each other. And that was the culture for so long. And I just think, as a brother, we're fighting this same fight every day. I don't want to just acknowledge you. I don't want to just make eye contact. I want to celebrate you. And so,
That is so true. It is, because you're not, I don't know you, or I don't know your people, I don't know nothing about you,
right.
whatever, or if I do celebrate you, we have this, what they call the crab barrel mentality sometimes. If I do,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna bring you down, or it's condescending, but just genuinely celebrating you in your strength.
Yeah.
You know, hey, and I have friends now that and they join in celebrating me. They'll be like, I'm proud of you, and I'm like, whew, I needed that. Um,
Yeah.
being able to celebrate one another is so crucial, and celebrating their journeys, because I don't know what it took for you to tie your shoe today. I
Come
don't
on,
know
Ryan.
what it
Yeah.
took for you to get out the bed. I don't know what it takes for you to take a shower. I don't know what traumas or what triggers that happen for you. And so
Absolutely.
I want to be a point or a conduit or a place where I celebrate you in that moment, in that space,
Yeah.
because you know 10 hours from now, you may not be in a good moment, and you can
That's
reflect
very
back
true.
on that moment of being, that celebration. And so,
And even if that celebration is as simple as a smile, that smile could have made that brother feel so much better. Maybe that smile was what that brother needed for that day. And so we don't have to make it's not rocket science.
yeah.
It's just simply coming from a good place, giving your joy to somebody else.
And so there's a comment here, and I want to bring it up because I was getting ready to talk about this, but I want to make sure we look at the comments. Hey, Tamora, let's see, we've got Tamora, we've got Shay, we've got Liz. Liz says, Rob.
Hey, Liz,
Another Liz says, that's my friend.
that is my friend. Hey, Liz.
Liz, they preach. Hey, Liz. Hey, there's my friend Tamora. Hey, Tamora.
Hey,
How are
Tamara.
you? She's giving hearts and stuff. My cousin Stephanie's here. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey,
But
Stephanie.
Tamora wrote this comment. I think it's really powerful. Joy is in my heart and in my life. I project joy to everyone I interact with. I live in a natural state of joyfulness. I choose to be joyful. I'm willing to allow joy to enter my life. I clearly see joy in my surroundings. Joy is abundant all around me. I execute my daily tasks with joy. Joy builds within my soul and bursts into my life in unexpected ways. I joyfully honor the flow of life. I allow it to wash all over me and deliver me to blissful places. Joy is mine, right? That's power. That's so beautiful.
This is very beautiful, powerful.
Joy is an abundance. There is
Mhm.
no lacking of joy. Um, it's just me acknowledging or becoming aware of it.
Right, absolutely. Becoming aware of it. And like you said, it is a journey. And sometimes it does take time to find personal joy. But like you said, if we just spend some time, I think this is what I think moments of reflection, practicing gratitude, those are definitely ways to begin to develop that joy.
Okay, so you answered a question um, that I had for you, so knocked it off the box. So begin to develop reflection are ways to develop that joy. So back to the song Blackwood Joy. When you wrote it and you got the beat and you sung it and all the good stuff, what was your heart thinking when you
Mm.
released that and you heard the sound?
Honestly, bro, so we had 9 tracks on that album. I was least confident about this track. Um, I was actually thinking
Really?
about like it almost did not make the cut. I was just like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. And, you know, the words were great, and so the origin of the song comes from scripture. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And so I switched it up and said, this is a day I've never seen before. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And so I thought it was powerful, but I just didn't know how powerful it was until it was released. And then we got so much feedback. People loved it. And so I'm just grateful that, you know, it was blessing people.
Wow. Really quick, how can people find you? See, while we're talking, I want to post that. Want to share it on the screen, but I also want, if you don't mind, telling the people. So this is the CD with Black Boy Joy on it. It's called Black Gold.
Yeah.
Um, Go out and get it and support it. Download it. It's in Amazon, iTunes,
It's
Spotify.
everywhere you buy music.
So how can they find you? I want to post it at the bottom of the screen really quick and then dig back into our
Sure.
conversation.
Yeah. So you can follow me at rob.laray on all platforms. And so that's YouTube. That's also Instagram. And then you can also just find the album if you're interested on all digital platforms. You can just type in my name, Rob LaRay, or type in the album Black Gold or both. And there you'll find the album and a couple of other tracks that I've also made.
The album and a couple of other tracks. The album is really really good.
Thank
Black
you.
Boy almost didn't make the cut.
Nope, bro, it did not. I just wasn't feeling it. I feel like I really felt like we had two songs in one, and I was just like, ugh. And I wrote it, and I was just like, I just don't love it, but I love it now.
And then the other one that I love is my notes. It is Black Boy, Black Girl.
Yeah, so that was actually the first single off the album. That was actually one of the first songs that we wrote. I definitely remember writing that in 2016. And so I was doing a lot of open mics at the time. And I just wanted to do something original. So I was driving just down the highway, and this came to mind. And again, there is a theme with most of my music. It really is to uplift the Black people. And so again, this was a time where we were losing a lot of brothers and sisters. Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, just a lot of brothers and sisters. And so I felt like we needed to love on each other. And so what I did actually, I wrote Black Boy, Black Girl for my unborn son and my unborn daughter because I can't really predict the future. But when they are here, I need them to know that they are kings and that they are queens, that they have so much value and they have so much worth. Because here's the thing, I can't just assume that the world is going to let them know. And so if the world doesn't, I would have.
Wow, wow, that is amazing. Now I see why that was that your favorite one, or was that the one that you just do?
Mm,
No,
I
your
don't
single.
know.
What is your favorite one on the CD, Black Gold?
So that's a really tough song, but honestly, it's probably gonna be the title track "Black Gold" because I wrote and dedicated that to my mother.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And what and I know why, but if you wouldn't mind sharing, then I say I know why because of the words of the song. But why
sure.
did you choose that, or what made you choose Black Gold?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll share. So before I get into that, I did just want to talk briefly about Black Boy, Black Girl. It really turned out to be an anthem just for a lot of the Black people, at least people that have heard the song, because it is a way to just empower one another. And that was also around the moment where Colin Kaepernick was taking the knee and protesting the NFL. And so to this day, I used to sing the national anthem all the time. I probably would never sing that song again, and I probably won't stand for it either, just because it. Thinking about the origin of the song, it wasn't created with me in mind. Black Boy, Black Girl was created with me and us in mind. And so going back to the album, I decided to name the album Black Gold because essentially this album was created for Black people. I tell a story on the album about, there's this African man and he's going and he comes across some stones. These are rough, dark, rough looking stones. And so just like any ordinary person, most times we would just toss those stones to the side because we think they don't have any value. But if we take the time to give a closer look to that stone, just beneath the surface, in the story was actually gold. And so I think that's what we are as a people. I think for so long, people have just been kicking us around, overlooking us even, and just choosing not to give us a second look, choosing not to look below the surface. And at our core, Black people, we are worth so much. We built this nation. We raised this nation. When I
You
think
built
about
so
Black
many
women,
other nations.
say it again for me.
You built so many other nations as well.
Come on, bro. Not just this nation, we've built multiple nations. And when I think about Black women, they are the force behind all of it. Black women, essentially now, shout out to the Black men and Black boy joy. But if we didn't have these Black women, it's hard for me to even to fathom what this world and what this nation would look like. And so I really wanted to celebrate Black people, but also Black women with the song Black Gold. And I dedicate it to my mother because she's the best example of Black Gold to me. She might have a tough exterior. She may not always smile, but below the surface, she is solid gold and worth so much. And I think as a people, we all are.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. So I'm going to ask you if it's okay if you wouldn't mind sing. Would you mind singing a little
I got
acapella
you.
of one of those songs? I'm going to try to play the other one, but I wanted to see if you would just do an acapella version of one of them.
I got you. Which one, brother?
Don't do me like that, because you know the one I want to hear is Black Boy. Black girl, Black Boy, Black Girl is really important. So if you
I got you.
do that one, then I'll play Black Boy Joy for everybody.
Sure. Black boy, black girl, you make the world go round. Yeah. Black boy, black girl, you made the world go round. Yeah. Black boy, black girl, you made the world go round. Black boy, black girl, you made the world go round. If only you knew it. If only you knew it. Yeah, yeah. If only you knew it. If only you knew it. Whoa, if only you knew it. If only you knew it. Yeah, yeah. If only you knew it. If only you knew it. Yeah. Listen, hey, black boy, black girl, if only you knew you had the power to change the whole world. Black boy, black girl, if only you knew you were kings and queens, not just boys and girls. I wonder if you knew you're a rare breed. You probably couldn't find it on your news feed. Your greatness can never be unachieved. No, baby, listen. Hey, now I'm going to walk into my inheritance, predestinated way before Genesis. Hey, black strong, black bold, black souls, black bros, black gold you are. And I'm gonna take what's mine, created in his image. I'm one of a kind. We about to take flight, no black left behind. Hey.
Oh, wow. Wow, man, that is amazing. And I appreciate the music and the instruments, but to hear the chant and to hear the words without any music, but just to hear the tone, just to know we are the world, you know. We
Come
make
on,
the
we
world.
make the world go round, brother. And I'm glad you said that it was a chant because it was a chant, and I intentionally made it catchy because I didn't want to be the only one singing the song. I wanted Ryan to sing the song. I wanted Tamara to sing the song. I wanted Liz to sing the song. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely, man. That is amazing. Um, how has that been received, or how has that changed your life? Just when you hear the
Wow.
chant, you hear this. How does it encourage your joy?
Absolutely. I think just when we think about work in general, if I'm a doctor and I go to work and let's just say I did an operation and I saved somebody's life, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Even if I'm a construction worker, I just built this building and now these kids can go to school. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I'm doing my job. As a singer songwriter, if I create a song, if I write a song, if somebody and that song resonates with someone, and that song makes you think about your own life and make you think about the joy that you have, then I've done my job as a singer and a songwriter. And so, to answer your question, I just thank God because the song was well received, and I got so much feedback from the whole album and that song in particular, and so I'm grateful.
Man, it is a beautiful song. My other favorite one, like I said, is Flow. I love Black Gold. Um, just hearing that, and like you talked about the story, the whole project is beautiful, man.
Thank you,
It's
bro.
true Perk voice, so that's in your voice, but
Thank
it's
you.
beautiful because it's to our community, it's to your people. It's one of those, you're a heart musician. You sing to the heart.
I love that. Thank you.
It's so uplifting. Hey guys, I want to share with the world. I want to try this for the first time. I want to share with the world the song "Black Boy Joy" that is written by LaRay. So guys, listen up and tell us what you think. Think you should be able to hear it. Okay, so that's not working right now. Let me try another way real quick. do this often. Thank you all for joining us for your Black Boy Joy Conversations. We have our guest, LaRay here. He is the singer and songwriter, and we are pulling up the song Black Boy Joy that he wrote. And I'd like to share it with the world really quickly. And I think I've been able to pull it up now. So bear with me. Here we go. Black Boy Joy. Can you guys hear it? Or is it... Can you guys hear it? Okay. Someone said they can't hear it, so let me try this one.
I've got this black boy joy. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Oh yeah, black boy joy. I'm gonna make sure you see it. I'm gonna make sure you feel it. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a day I've never seen before, and I will rejoice in it. I will be glad in it, 'cause this is a day I never seen before, and I will rejoice in it. I will be glad in it. This is a day to love who I am and to be all of me unapologetically. 'Cause I've got this black boy joy. Yeah, I've got this black boy joy. Gonna give it to you. Oh, black boy joy. I'm gonna make sure you see it. I'm gonna make sure you feel it. Yeah. Oh, black boy joy, black boy joy. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. Black boy joy, black boy joy, yeah. I'm gonna give it to you, yeah. Black boy joy inside of me. And I'm just ready till the whole season. No matter what you think of me, I'ma shine throughout eternity. Hey, 'cause I got it. Black boy joy, yeah. And I'ma give it to you, I'ma give it to you. Black boy joy, black boy joy. This black boy joy inside of me. This black boy joy inside of me. This black boy joy inside of me. this black boy, this black boy, this black boy joy inside of me. Everybody say, oh, black boy joy, black boy joy. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. I'm gonna give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you. Black boy joy inside of me.
Amazing, amazing.
Okay, so turns out
Thank
not
you
all
so
laptops
much
are
for
created
sharing
equal.
that.
Yeah, bro.
That gift. Just hearing it again. Hopefully, you guys. Thank you guys for bearing with us to watch that Black Boy Joy. I love that song. There are a couple of verses about it that just I had to just unpack for a second. Unapologetically me. I'm going to be me. Unapologetically me. Wow, that just goes into that whole you don't need permission to celebrate.
That's right, bro. You don't need permission.
And shine through all energies. What I love about the song in itself is, you're a Black boy joy. You have to know it's going to shine. It's going to cut through some stuff.
Preach.
It's going to cut through. And
good.
what I'm learning about Black boy joy in itself for me personally is that even when people are not for you, your joy is going to shine through them. It's going to pierce through. It's going
Absolutely.
Your joy is going to even heal yourself. I'm finding that I'm going through or whatever. In life, it's healing. Joy is healing.
Sure.
It's so much more to it. I think I love how you brought into the chant. This Black boy joy inside of me. Part. What are joy triggers for you? A lot of times we hear, what are your triggers? But what are your joy triggers?
Wow, bro, that's a beautiful question that no one has ever asked me. That's great. I think for me, seeing other people smile, seeing a Black brother smile is a joy trigger for me. Like I love it. I love it. Also, music is a joy trigger for me. Friends and family are joy triggers for me. Being around people that care about me and people that I care about, that's a joy trigger for me. Seeing Black people do well, period, is a joy trigger for me. It just is.
Okay, awesome. So how do you, how did you get influenced, or how did you get the idea that you're going to do this body of work, go out and do this after going to school, undergrad, master's? I'm not sure what your
it wasn't music.
Okay, what was it?
So master's in social work, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, my background is in social work. So like I've always been trying to heal the world, and now I'm just doing it through music.
Wow, amazing. Okay.
Yeah, but to answer your question, so I grew up singing in the church all of my life, really, and so I knew that music was super important to me, and that I wanted to reach outside of the four walls of the church, and I just wanted to just make great music. And so actually, when I was writing this album, I had no idea how pro-Black it would be, and pro-Black isn't necessarily, it's not a bad thing at all. Pro-Black is not anti-white. It's just a celebration of Black people, and I love that. And so when I was creating this album, all of the songs just had this theme, and so I said, let's just go for it. And what I love about it is that it was created for Black people, but it's not just for Black people. I have white friends who literally sings the songs. I have a white male and female couple friend, and they sent me a clip of them playing Black Boy Joy for their son, who's a white kid. And things like that blesses me, because here's the thing: if this white kid is growing up hearing that song every single day, when he grows up, he's gonna have another level of respect for the Black men that he does life with.
Absolutely. And that's why I always say about, you know, I'm trying to make sure I share that message with people about Black Boy Joy, because it shows Black Boy Joy, because we're talking about Black Boy Joy. Black Boy Joy is for everybody. We're
It's
talking
for everybody, Ryan.
about everybody's impacted by Black Boy Joy, you know.
Period. Yep.
So, you know, when you think about, you know, Barack Obama, or even Michelle Obama, or
Beautiful example.
you know, other people, it's that Black Boy Joy. You know, it's, you know, it was Barack's Black Boy Joy, I feel like, that made him continue to be a president, you know, to see,
Absolutely.
you know, and not to turn political, but, you know, how he measured his words on last night's speech.
Mm-hmm.
You know, years, this, you know, here's somebody that's been bashing him for years. You know,
For years.
Number 45 has bashed President Obama for years, undercut, and, you know, and every time, you know, as a brother, you can't say too many things wrong to us without us
You can't say but too much. Right.
And for him to just, you know, it's Black Boy Joy for him to just respond the way he does. You know,
I agree.
That's what shows up. How do you feel like your Black Boy Joy endures?
Wow, that's a great question. I think for me, it continues to endure because I do a self-evaluation. Rob, are you getting everything you need in this season? Are you getting everything you need in this day? And then if I see that I'm not, then I'm okay. I'm completely okay with getting what I need. Actually, that's what I've been preaching my whole life to my clients and to my friends and my family. Get what you need. And so if you need a break, let's just say from people, get you a break. If you need a break from social media, get you a break. If you need to take a couple of days off from work to self-care, do that. And so I think in order for me to continue, like I think Tamora said, if I want to continue to walk in this joy every single day, then I have to recharge. Otherwise, you may not get joy from me. You may get a little bit of, you know, anger or sadness. And so I think it's important that we recharge. And so for me, I love personal retreats. And so if that means just spending some time by myself in my apartment, that's that. If that means going on a trip, let's just say to the beach by myself, then I'll do that. That's where I'm able to recharge and continue to give y'all Black Boy Joy.
Nice. How do you how did your Black Boy Joy tribe show up?
Wow,
The tribe
that's a great question. Absolutely. And can I tell you that my Black Boy Joy tribe does not only consist of Black boys?
Right.
And so to answer your question, so every other week I get on this call with three of my fraternity brothers who are also my best friend. And like we live in 4 different states. And so we make it a ritual to call each other every other week just to catch up with one another, support one another, to love on one another. And so whenever there's a need, we show up for each other. One of those brothers was feeling sick yesterday. We kind of got scared because we thought he had COVID. And so, you know, we rallied around him, making sure that he had everything he needed. And so that's how we show up for each other. Another way is, honestly, 2 of my best friends are Black females, my older sister, and then another friend from high school, actually elementary school. And so again, we show up the same way. When there's a need, we're there, but also when there's not a need, but we just need each other's company, we're always there as well. And so, and just shout out to my friends and when I say fans, I don't know, I don't want to sound bigger than maybe what I am, but shout out to like the Rob LaRay fans too, because they show up for me too. When there's a live show here in New York, Liz is always there. Destiny is always there. Like these people come and they show up and they give me energy, and so I'm able to give it back to the world.
Awesome. You know, that support base, people that are just there in your corner. People don't realize when you're being creative, when you're giving your energy to the world or something like that, it's so exhausting, so draining, and that, you know, it's not about people downloading, you know, your friends and family downloading your CD, or in my case, the podcast, or even buying a candle. It's your support. It's that
absolutely
you believed enough in me that you actually put your action to your words.
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
Showing and you know, encouraging me. Shout out to Tamora. She's on there. Thank you so much, Tamora. She's sharing with you guys about the candles. And that means so much to a creative person because it says to keep going, you know.
Absolutely, bro. And that'll go further than any download, any sale. Like the fact that you are supporting the talent in me, like that will essentially help me to create more for you all. I have one colleague who's getting married in a couple of weeks, and this brother said, "Hey, Rob, I would love for my first dance to be floating your love." And I was just like, "What, brother Ryan?" I wanted to cry,
Wow.
just because like I love creating music, but like when it impacts someone else's life, it means the most to me. And then there's another wedding where Black Boy, Black Girl 2, the remix, the flower girl was walking down the aisle, things like that. I love it. And that I need that support more than I need, honestly, any CD sale.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. To know that somebody's gonna walk down the aisle or celebrate dancing to your music,
Yeah.
that's a feeling that some people, that's reserved for like Beyonce or Pharrell or
Right?
artists. People are playing their music, and you're so worthy of that, man. You are so talented, and I appreciate your gift. When you probably did the CD and launched this work, you probably didn't even imagine somebody singing it at their wedding,
Had
or
no clue. Had no clue.
you just released it.
I just released it. Yeah. I knew it would be good for people. I didn't know how they would respond to it, but people are responding well, and I'm grateful, Ryan.
Awesome, awesome. So, guys, thank you so much for your support. I want to take some time and thank you guys for your comments. I want to go in some more comments and just share them. Stephanie, my cousin, is back. She says our black men need to be celebrated and not torn down.
That's right, Stephanie.
Words of gratitude. We've got awesome song. I'm so glad you wrote something that's so very positive and uplifting. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you so much.
Now they can hear it now. And then tomorrow sharing our candles and stuff like that. I have to ask you this question because for me, when I think about Black Boy Joy, and it's got tribe all attached to it, your tribal attire that you have on. This is why I'm asking the question. What did you think about Black is King?
So I'm a fan of Beyonce. I don't necessarily think that I'm in the Beehive yet, but like I love her work. I love the way that she works so hard. To answer the question directly, I think it's amazing. I love that she's using her platform and she's not afraid to be as black as she want to be. That's been unapologetically black, and I just love that. I think it takes risk, but I love that she did that for the culture. And there's always going to be critics with anything that a creative does. But I rally around her. I support her. I think it's beautiful. I think it's amazing. I think it's a great tribute to Black people, not just Black Americans, but Black people in general. And yeah, shout out to Beyonce.
Amazing, awesome. So, as we're getting ready to wrap up, audience, if you have any questions or comments, please share those. I wanted to ask you just another question, two questions. What advice would you give someone who is on the journey to their Black Boy Joy?
So realize that it is a journey, but the destination is attainable. We just got to work towards it. And so advice is, like you said earlier, to get a tribe. Because it's a lot easier for you to obtain that joy when you have people speaking into your life. People can speak things into your life that maybe you can't see in the moment. But if someone is there gassing you up every single day, you can't help but believe it. And so it is a lot easier to do it with a tribe, but also to be okay with being completely yourself and loving every part of that being. And here's the thing, you may not love every part right away, but try to find something to love about yourself.
Amazing. That is so powerful. So many people don't find themselves loving all of themselves.
Yeah.
And there's a joy in that, I find.
Mm-hmm.
That bad side of you, knowing, okay, I know where that is,
Absolutely.
not that you're, you enjoy being a bad person, but you just know, and you are in touch with all of you.
Yeah, so it's important because not to keep us, but it humbles us and it keeps us grounded. Doesn't mean we have to focus on it, because again, the goal is to focus on the joy part.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the other question I had for you is, what are some influences of Black Boy Joy for you? What are some other influences? Um,
Yeah, let me just say, and I don't want to be.
you're funny.
It's okay, okay. Black Panther was amazing for our culture, and it was amazing for me to see a black cast on the big screen like that, and so that
Yeah,
was a huge joy. And so shout out to Black Panther, but also different artists like Molly Music, who's my favorite artist, is always an inspiration. Like you said, President Barack Obama was a huge inspiration, not just to me, but to this nation. Even when I think about Charlemagne the God. Now, some people say that he's a bit ratchet, but that brother, he has black joy and it's apparent. And so, different people like that. But more importantly, honestly, the brothers that I do life with every single day. I have one best friend named NJ, NKJ, and a lot of brothers here in Brooklyn that just pour into me. You know, that's where I get my inspiration from.
that's amazing. That's amazing that you're living in it. You're living and loving your Black Boy Joy, and it's
Yeah,
it's obtainable, and you're celebrating that. Um, I celebrate that with you. I am unapologetically celebrating everything Black, everybody Black. Black
everybody black too.
Black boy, Black girl. I'm your biggest fan and your biggest supporter. And I think, to me, support is just not about patting me on my back or giving me well wishes, but support is being true to me, being loyal, and
Yeah,
being true is
I
telling me
love it.
I'm not in the best, but you're still loving me. When I'm
Yeah.
not being my best, you're still loving me. That's support. Um,
Yes.
on all sides of me. So I'm truly grateful for that. So what's next for you, or what else are you working on, and all that good stuff?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So, I actually just completed an album for a nonprofit organization here in Brooklyn called Student Dream. Student Dream is an amazing organization. What they do is they focus on Black and Brown young people. And so the goal is to have all of these Black students go to college, but also graduate with debt free, with also $10,000 in their savings account. And so Student Dream is an amazing organization. And so what we decided to do was partner with Student Dream to create an album. And so we actually just finished the album. It will be released in September. And obviously all of the funds will go to support, well, a lot of the funds would go to support what they're doing over there in Student Dream. And so I'm pretty excited about that. Rob LaRay, you can get a new single from me probably in November. So excited about that. And then in the meantime, you can check out the single that we just released with Student Dream called Ain't a Dream, which is also available on all Black platforms. Excuse me. What we do, we paid respect to some of our brothers and sisters that we lost over the last couple of years: Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd. And so we do that in a very beautiful way. And that single is called Ain't a Dream, that is available on all digital platforms today.
Nice. Ain't a dream. AINT.
Yep, Ain't a Dream.
Wow. That is amazing. You're just giving back. You're giving out of your abundance, and that is
Mm,
a joy, um, that you're selfless like that. And so people can connect with you through the social media platforms, Facebook
yep,
and um, Instagram. Are you on Twitter?
YouTube, no
Okay.
Twitter, but there's enough of me on other platforms.
Hard to keep up with all of them, so I totally get it. Um, and is there anything else that we could do to support you? What is, it's, I think we can, whomever's watching, hopefully you can hear us in this rally cry. One, first of all, download Black Gold on Apple, iTunes, Google,
Hmm.
Spotify, Pandora, whatever. You need to get Black Boy Joy. You need to make that your anthem. Share it with every boy you know. Black girl, boy, Black girl, the same. And the other thing is Student Dreams.
Yep, Student Dream. If you follow me on social media, you'll see when that'll be released. But Ain't a Dream right now is available. You can just type in Rob LaRay Ain't a Dream, and you can purchase that as well. All digital platforms.
But what can we do to support you, and what can we do to support this Black Boy Joy?
Yeah, I'll say this, and I hope you can receive it. But after you've purchased the album, after you purchase the single, I would just ask that you do one thing, and simple. It's a random act of kindness. If when you're walking down the street, or when you're walking in the mall, or in your Walmart or your Target, just give a random smile to a Black brother. I guarantee you, it's gonna make his day.
Nice. So guys, y'all hear that? Do us a favor, download the CD, download it, listen to it, share it, and do something nice for somebody. Love on somebody, celebrate them. Thank you, Cliff Eason. Thank you so much, Cliff, for supporting. He said this is good info. Tamora she has yes,
Thank you,
around
Cliff.
this is good info. Let me tell you guys about what a random smile will do. A random smile could potentially save somebody's life.
Yeah.
It's minor, but thank you, Cliff. For a brother, a random smile could save somebody's life because they've got the world beating them up, life hitting them upside down, and to get a random smile to say, I see you,
yeah,
world to somebody. I see you in the sense of I see you, my brother. I celebrate you. So I'm encouraging you guys to go out there and live and love in your Black Boy Joy, and that you smile and you share that Black Boy Joy with others. Thank you so much. We love you and look forward to seeing you guys again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ryan, for having me.
No, thank you for being with